What's up, you guys? My name is Charlie and welcome to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be doing a video all about getting your period at Air Force basic training. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about it. Most of them have been through my Instagram DMs. If you ever feel uncomfortable about a question that you have, just send it to me on Instagram and I'll answer it, or I'll make a video about it. I have gotten this question a lot, or these questions a lot. I'm going to answer about 7 to 10 questions, the main asked questions, and if there's any more questions that you have, like I said, hit me up on Instagram or leave them in the comment box. Let's go. Now, I completely understand why people wouldn't want to talk about this, but it's completely natural. Like, why not talk about it? The first question I'm going to answer is, can I carry my tampons or my pads on me? Yes, you actually can carry them in your pocket. That's one of the few things that you can actually have in your pocket at Air Force basic training. You can also put it in your backpack. What I had was like this little Ipsy bag that I got. I'll put an example up here somewhere. I just got it from like a makeup subscription service or something, and I just put all my tampons and panty liners in that and just stuck it in my book bag. But in BMT, you do have backpack dumps where they dump everything out. That's why I had mine concealed. But if they unzip it, they'll see what it is, they'll zip it back. It's no big deal. Even some MTIs, some male MTIs even carry tampons on them because they know if you have a flight of like 30 to 50 girls, somebody's gonna end up needing one. And one of your wingmen probably have theirs on them too. So no big deal. You can definitely carry them on your person. Next question, should I bring pads or tampons? Now, this is completely up to you. I would bring what you usually would use at home if you're going to the gym. If you are a pad girl, you've never used a tampon and you don't feel comfortable, if you have enough time before BMT or if you have a period before BMT, I would suggest trying out a tampon because I think those work best, especially if you're going to be doing PT, you're going to be doing Beast Week, you're going to be up and down and throwing your legs all type of ways and doing some kind of stretches. I really wouldn't suggest it. I mean, unless you want to bring them to sleep in and stuff like that. That's obviously more normal for older people. But I would suggest whatever you feel comfortable in. That's all that really matters. Try the tampons if you don't like them. Don't try them if you really don't want to. I've never used a menstrual cup, but I do know some people took those with them too. It's absolutely no big deal. But one I would suggest over the other, what you're most comfortable with. If you feel uncomfortable or unsure, I would take them both just in case. Which leads me to the next question. How many should I bring? I know I took a box of tampons. I think it come either with 18 or like 32 in it. I took one box and it lasts me the whole time. I wouldn't think you would have more than 2 periods there if you have a period at all. Or if, like, you know, it just falls in when you're shipping, if you already had it that month and stuff like that. Which brings me to my next question. What happens if I don't get my period? Does that really happen? A lot of people ask this and it's like, I'm sorry, I don't know, I'm stroking my ponytail. That was weird. Anyways, a lot of people ask this question, what happens if I don't get my period? I hear that's normal. It is normal. The stress, your environment, like the heat, the amount of exercise, weight loss, all of this stuff can determine your period. Like I said, well, I don't know if I mentioned in the video, I'm obviously not a professional, but I'm a girl, so I know these things. I did have my period at BMT. I don't know anybody personally who didn't, but I don't think they'd tell me if they didn't. Anyways, but I have seen online a lot where some people said they just didn't have it, and that was due to like stress and all the heat, like climate change, like so many things can affect your body. And it's completely normal if you do not have one. Now, the next question is, can I take my birth control pills to prevent myself from having a period? Now, I would like to say I know nothing about birth control. I've never been on birth control. I probably will never get on birth control. That's just my personal preference. I have no need to be on birth control. So I don't know. But I do know how it affects your body. I've studied it in school. It affects your body different ways. If you've never done that, I wouldn't suggest you mess with your body in that way on purpose. I know some people do it like if they're going on vacation or if they have a special kind of appointment they really don't want to wait a week for. I don't know. Anyways, but I wouldn't suggest it, but you can if that's something that you feel comfortable doing. That is, don't put that on me. If you feel like you want to skip your period that bad, do what you gotta do, sis. It's none of my business. I wanted to make a full video on birth control, but I'm not the person to do it. So if I can talk to one of my friends who went through BMT and they can give me more information on it. I do know when you first get there, they'll ask who's on it and who has their prescription with them, and you go to like some meeting and they came back happy and with birth control, I guess. So they can keep re-upping your prescription while you're at basic training. Sorry, I don't know anything about birth control, that's not obvious. But you can stay on birth control at BMT. You can get on birth control initially, like if you've never been on it and you want to get on it. You can't do that at BMT, but you can do it at tech school, I know for sure. Can I bring medicine for cramps? No. You are not allowed to bring any medication that is not prescribed to you. You can't bring any over-the-counter stuff. If your periods or your cramps are that bad, I would suggest going to Reed, and that's just the medical clinic that's for the trainees there, and ask about it, and they'll more than likely give you something for it. But to just take like Tylenol, Midol is what I meant to say. To take that with you, you cannot do that because trainees are not allowed to self-medicate. You would be in so much trouble if you got caught with drugs. So yeah, going along with like a few questions back when I said how many should you bring, if you do just bring one box initially, you do get to go to the BX or the mini mall pretty often. So if you need some, and that is one thing that your MTI won't say no you can't go for. If you say, hey, I need this, especially on the later weeks when like they don't, I mean, you get to go a lot more often, like getting ready for like graduation and stuff like that, then they will let you go get some. And probably the most asked question is, will I have time to deal with it? Will I have time to change out my product? One thing people don't say enough about BMT is you spend most of the time in a classroom. And in the classroom, you can get up and go to the restroom whenever you want. All you have to do is have your water bottle and your wingman. So just get one other girl, you can go off to the bathroom. During PT, if you're running laps or something, as long as it's not like during the test or something, usually if you like keep jogging and say to an MTI that you need to use the restroom, like they'll probably give you some crap about it or ask if you can wait. But if you tell them it's an emergency, they'll probably get the hint and say that you can go. Let's see, I would probably do it before and after PT because it would probably be easier for something to fall out of your pocket. It'd be harder to take a tampon with you at PT. So I would suggest, if you think you're gonna have it soon, or if you don't want to be seen getting it out of your backpack, before you go to class, just take one out and put it in your pocket and then go change or whatever. Because some of those classes can be really, really long, like 4-hour classes, like the history classes and stuff like that. They're really, really long and you're sitting there for a long time. And they do give you periodic breaks, but when they give you the break, everybody's gonna be going to the restroom. So just get your wingman and go while they're talking. You're probably not missing anything too important, and if you are, it's all in your BMT SG because that is the book that you study with at BMT. Cool. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to tell you guys? I don't think so. I will say I completely understand why you're worried about this. I think it was one of my worries. I, for some reason, thought I wasn't going to get one, and I'm pretty sure I shipped with mine. So I only had one at BMT, and that was the first one. Tech school is really chill, so you shouldn't even have to worry about it there. I understand how it is to have bad cramps. I had really bad cramps one day. I was on, if you don't know, I'm a reservist. I was on active duty orders, and I remember I was in my cubicle. My job's personnel. I don't do much. I was in my cubicle like about to cry. Like I was like in fetal position on the floor in between my customers because I was in so much pain. So I completely understand the worry and the stress. Don't worry about spotting and anything. You're living with girls. They understand. If you spot through your underwear, they're not going to be looking at your underwear anyways. You're going to have them wrapped up in a bag, and they wash the whole bag of underwear instead of individually. I hope that made a little bit of sense. But don't worry. You're living with girls. They completely understand. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid to ask somebody else for a tampon. There's plenty of bathroom stalls, and there's plenty of little buckets that you can put your feminine products in. And like I said, we're girls. It's gonna happen. It's normal. It's completely normal. So I hope that this eased your mind a little about the situation, because I know it can be a little taboo, but it shouldn't be. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out my other videos on this channel. I make lots of Air Force videos, especially about BMT, and I give my advice, which hopefully is good advice. I get a lot of you guys coming back saying, yo, took my advice, and I really appreciate it. But that's all for today. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe if you're interested in my channel. And I just want to say I do have a COVID-19 interview coming up with someone who went through BMT during this whole crisis. I do work at a hospital. A lot of you guys have been asking me to say how my life has changed with this, and you've asked, am I on a COVID floor? I am. I work in the medical ICU at one hospital, and I float to the medical ICU at another hospital because I work 2 hospitals, and nursing school. It's a lot. I spend a lot of time in a hospital. So I just hope you guys are being safe. I want you guys to know that I love each and every one of you. Make sure you leave a red heart in the comment. Red. Oh, did I do that on purpose? Is that why I'm wearing this red shirt? Okay. Bye, guys.